Imagine waking up with a constant cough that refuses to stop, thick mucus blocking your breathing, and a heavy feeling in your chest. Now imagine this lasting not just for days, but sometimes for months or even years. This is bronchitis, a common but clinically important respiratory condition that every nurse and medical professional must understand deeply. Bronchitis is defined as inflammation of the bronchial tubes, the airways that carry air into and out of the lungs. When these airways become inflamed, swollen, and filled with mucus, airflow becomes restricted and breathing becomes difficult. Bronchitis is mainly divided into two types: acute bronchitis and chronic bronchitis. Acute bronchitis usually develops suddenly after a respiratory infection and lasts for a short time, while chronic bronchitis is a long-term condition characterized by a productive cough lasting at least 3 months in 2 consecutive years. Understanding bronchitis is crucial because if it is not managed properly, it can progress to serious respiratory complications, especially in smokers, elderly patients, and individuals with weak immunity. Patients with bronchitis usually present with symptoms that directly reflect airway inflammation and mucus accumulation. The most common symptom is a persistent cough, often producing thick mucus or sputum. This occurs because the inflamed bronchial lining stimulates excessive mucus production to protect the airway. Another key symptom is shortness of breath. When mucus and swelling narrow the bronchial tubes, airflow becomes restricted, making it harder for oxygen to reach the lungs. Patients may also experience wheezing, a high-pitched whistling sound during breathing. This happens because air is forced through narrowed, inflamed airways. Chest discomfort or tightness is also common due to constant coughing and irritation of airway tissues. In acute bronchitis, patients may develop fever, fatigue, and body aches because the condition is often caused by viral infections. In chronic bronchitis, long-term oxygen deficiency may lead to cyanosis, where lips or fingertips appear bluish due to reduced oxygen in the blood. To truly understand bronchitis, we must follow the disease process step by step inside the lungs. The process usually begins when viruses, bacteria, or harmful irritants such as cigarette smoke enter the respiratory tract and irritate the bronchial lining. This irritation triggers an inflammatory response. The bronchial walls become swollen, and immune cells release inflammatory mediators to fight the invading pathogens. As inflammation increases, mucus-producing goblet cells become overactive. Large amounts of thick mucus are produced inside the bronchial tubes. This mucus accumulates and partially blocks the airways, reducing airflow to the lungs. At the same time, the tiny hair-like structures called cilia that normally remove mucus become damaged or paralyzed. As a result, mucus clearance becomes ineffective, leading to persistent coughing as the body attempts to clear the airway. In chronic bronchitis, long-term inflammation causes permanent airway thickening, narrowing, and reduced lung function. The medical management of bronchitis focuses on reducing inflammation, relieving symptoms, and improving airflow. In acute bronchitis, treatment is mainly supportive because most cases are caused by viral infections. Patients are advised to rest, maintain adequate hydration, and use antipyretics or analgesics to control fever and body aches. Bronchodilators such as inhaled beta agonists may be prescribed to relax airway muscles and improve breathing. If bacterial infection is suspected, antibiotics may be administered. For chronic bronchitis, treatment becomes more complex. Long-acting bronchodilators are often used to keep the airways open. Corticosteroids may be prescribed to reduce airway inflammation. Oxygen therapy may be required in patients with severe hypoxia. Most importantly, smoking cessation is the most critical intervention because continued smoking accelerates lung damage and disease progression. Nurses play a critical role in managing bronchitis and preventing complications. The first priority is respiratory assessment. Nurses must monitor respiratory rate, oxygen saturation, breath sounds, and signs of respiratory distress. Encouraging effective coughing and deep breathing exercises helps mobilize and clear mucus from the airways. Maintaining adequate hydration is essential because fluids help thin mucus. making it easier to expectorate. Positioning the patient in a semi-Fowler or high Fowler position improves lung expansion and breathing efficiency. Nurses should also administer prescribed medications such as bronchodilators, corticosteroids, and antibiotics while monitoring their effectiveness and possible side effects. Equally important is patient education. Teaching patients to avoid smoking, reduce exposure to air pollutants, maintain good hand hygiene, and receive recommended vaccinations can significantly reduce the risk of recurrent bronchitis. Effective nursing care not only relieves symptoms, but also prevents progression to chronic respiratory disease.